lesson you're going to be going through.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, students. Now, last week we were talking about discipline with your children, and I hope that works. I hope a lot of you listened, and I hope a lot of you took my advice where you didn't have to yell, scream, or spank your child. Now, this week we're going on a very important topic here. We're going to be talking about the crib. Now, the crib, we already know what a crib is. You put your baby there to sleep, right? And remember something, I'm going to prove to all of you that I know a lot of this from parenting. You know why? Here's my proof right here. In case if a lot of you think I don't tell the truth, here's my certificate I got from parenting right here. See that? Right there. There you go. That's my parenting certificate. Now, when we talk about the crib, there's not just a way of using the crib for your baby, but there's other things you need to understand. There is basically rules and regulations of how to use a crib. It's not about how to use it, but what you have to do to keep your child safe, okay? Now, when it comes down to keeping your child safe, you need to understand one thing here. You know, as you can tell, I don't know if a lot of you parents probably already heard this, but I'll tell you anyways, but you're not allowed to have bumper pads anymore in your crib, which usually made the crib more comfortable for the baby. You can't have toys in the crib with them anymore. You can't have blankets on them anymore because of smothering. You know, there's a lot of rules now that you can't do, you know, including with other things to do with their raising. You can't do a lot of things like you could back in the 90s or the 80s anymore. So my basic point is that in about a minute, I'm going to take all of you through a little demonstration of the crib. I'm going to show you my crib that I have at home that I use for my son. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what needs to be in the crib and what doesn't need to be in the crib and what it should look like compared to how it shouldn't look like. You understand? I don't like this either, but you know, whatever, right? If you have to follow the rules, you have to follow the rules. So, let's get to that, and then when we get back, we'll talk more about it. Here's the crib, everyone. Now, as I was saying, this is going to show you what should be in the crib and what should not be in the crib. See my baby bag here, guys? This needs to be out of the crib. The toys need to be out of the crib. Last toy. Doesn't matter what kind of toy it is, it has to be out of the crib. And this two baby blankets here have to be out of the crib. Here's the example picture of the crib. It has to be totally empty, you see, from top to bottom. That is the demonstration of the crib. Thank you for watching. There you go. You've seen in my crib. See, in my crib, when my child's not in the crib at the moment, I usually keep his toys in there for now. I usually keep his bag, his blanket, and his toys in there when he's not using it. But when he is using it, that all has to go out, as I showed you. The bag had to go out, the blanket had to go out, and his toys had to go out, okay? It's very important, it's very important because you need to understand that, I mean, they can get smothered, I understand that. I mean, maybe it seems to be a little bit over-ridiculous, over-exaggerating, but, you know, again, you never know with the baby, because babies can be really rambunctious. They're very curious, you know, they don't understand, as I keep telling you, they're not developed fully yet, right? Sorry everybody, there was a little bit of a camera malfunction there, sorry about that. But I was just gonna, as I was saying, is that I want to show you a toy that I use for Damien here, and I think it'd be cool if I use this. My girlfriend actually bought this for me for Valentine's Day, surprisingly. You see, this is, Damien really loves this toy, and this is so cool. You want to see it? Your love, it makes me wanna, from the roof. There you go. See, he loves that toy. Every single time he sees that toy, he like gets so hypnotized from it. It's actually cute, actually, when you see it. But anyways, guys, that's about it for today. I just wanted to give you an episode based on the crib or whatever. And as I said, if there's anything that any of you would like to learn, please message me. Please go in the baby steps group that I created. I got a lot of you in. Please message me. Tell me what you want to learn in baby steps, and I will tell you. Okay. And for next week's lesson, I'm not sure what I should broadcast for next week's lesson. For the 17th. I'm actually thinking of that at the moment, actually. I don't know. Let's take a little second and think about it together. Right? It's a show. It's a lesson, right? So I taught us so many things about feedings, all that stuff. You know what I think? I think I'm going to teach us this. I'm going to teach you about encouragement / discouragement. That's what I'm going to teach you next week. Okay? And that's what the last lesson I learned in my parenting class. And it was a very good lesson. I would like to share that with you and teach you guys a lot of things that it taught me. So I want to give it back. Alright? Anyways, so look forward for that for next week. And I will talk to all of you later. Okay? And remember the ACT rule. Remember that. Accepting your child's needs or goods for their goods. Yeah, see, that's a little bit hard to remember, right? Compliment them for their goods. And taking the time to talk with your child. Okay? So there you go. Take care. Bye-bye. Question 1. There is rules and regulations that apply to owning a crib. Is that true or is that false, Baby Steps fans? The answer is, yeah, that's true. If you watched the episode, I mentioned there is rules and regulations to the crib. That is for safety for your child when they are sleeping in the crib. So I hope all of you watch, and I hope all of you can continue to get these answers right. Question 2. What isn't allowed in the crib with a baby? A. Toys. B. Bumper pads. C. Blankets. D. Bags. Or E. All of the above. If you watch the episode, you will know the answer. The answer is all of the above. You cannot have any of these items in the crib for your baby's safety. Question 3. What can happen if you let a child sleep in the crib when there is anything inside of it? A. Smother. B. Cry. C. Get hurt. Or D. Get hyper. Think about it. It's a very easy quiz. It was a very easy episode. The answer is smother. If you have bumper pads or any blankets, your baby can put their face on it and they can't breathe. They don't understand enough to breathe yet. Question 4. Does this rule apply to all parents? A. True or B. False? The answer is true. This does apply to all parents who would ever have a baby. These are one of the most important rules to being a parent is your baby's safety. So I hope all of you learned a lot from this episode. I hope all of you remember from this episode. I hope all of you have a great day. See you all for next week's new lesson. Bye-bye now.